Okay, hi, I'm back, everyone. So I'm just not sure what was happening here. Um, I have come back on. I've re-logged in and I'm doing it live from Facebook. So I'm just not seeing if anybody is on. Um, and I'm not sure. Uh, okay. So. Hello, hopefully you can see and hear me on this one. So just let me know how you're going. Janelle, thank you. I'm back, yes. So I'm not sure what was going on. I've shut my laptop down. I've gone onto my iPad. I'm doing my live from here. So hopefully everything is great. And I'm glad to be back. Thanks for coming back, Brian. I did see you just before I shut down, so I do apologize for that. I'm not sure what's going on or what's caused all that, but I'm definitely going to have to be looking at that in the very near future. So welcome everyone, and thanks for coming back. Hi Leisha. Yay! You can hear me. So I'm not sure how many of you got what I was doing the show around today, but I really want to look at your goals and dreams. So if you can pop some comments in there and just let me know if you're in business, do you have separate business goals to your personal goals? When you're setting your goals, how do you set them and what intentions do you put with those to create the reality? Because I really want to drill down into this today and really offer you some great value and give you some tips and tricks around how to really create those goals and dreams so they really work for you. And there's some really simple steps I want to share with you. So come on and pop your questions and your information in there. Let me know, do you have goals and dreams? And let's start with that for a start and move into more about how you can make them a reality through whatever it is that you're looking to do in your life. And if you're not in business, personal goals are a really good thing to hold on to. I know I've been working on this a lot myself lately, and I really am looking at creating them in a much better way to make sure that they do come into fruition and they're a reality. So come on in and let me know what you're doing and what you want to know about your dreams and goals that really can make a difference, and it can be easily done, and just with a slight tweak. Starting your own business, Elizabeth, that is perfect. So just maybe let me know what you've got in place to make that happen. And just briefly, if you let me know where you're up to, what you're doing, what your goal is, what your vision is, and I really can give you some information today to impact that in a great way. Hello Adrian, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us today. So I missed yours yesterday, so Adrian runs his show, I think, is at 12 o'clock on a Thursday, through the Spiritual Events Directory as well. So it's great to have him come on over and join us today and enjoy the show. So Elizabeth, just back to what you've got in place for that and how you can work around that to really create that as a reality in your life. And it's so easy to do with some simple steps, as I said. And I've really been focusing on this myself to create my bigger grand dream goals and bring them into reality. And they're really starting to happen a lot quicker than I even anticipated, just through the processes that I use to really make that happen. So share with us, if you would, what you're doing to create that. Just a couple of things that you want to write down. You don't have to get too personal with that, but I'll certainly give you some information around how you can really bring those up into reality. So been writing ideas down and researching. Wow, want to start mentoring a mentoring program for young adults leaving school with additional needs. What a great idea. That is absolutely fantastic. And you're so right. They do need to have those skills and the ability to be able to learn how to put those in place. And that's a fantastic goal and a wonderful dream and a wonderful business. So you're writing ideas down. So that's a great way to start your goals, because that's like you're journaling what you want that to be, if I would be correct in reading that properly. So writing those ideas down and starting to journal what emotions come up with that when you're doing that, and also looking at whether or not once you do that, what your intention behind that is. So what's the intention with being able to create that for these particular people who are looking for this business, and the research is a great way to do it as well. So researching all of that, and then looking at yes, so definitely a good way to do that. So that journaling and looking at the emotions, and what are those emotions that are created in you when you're doing this journaling, and writing those down separately as well. So looking at how those emotions fit into you being able to create that as a reality, the intention of what it is that you want to achieve from being able to do that sort of work, and working with these people who these young adults who really do need those skills put into place, especially if they do have some sort of special need. And also then once you do that, you can start looking at writing that goal down in such a way that you've got this picture in your head as you write it down. So when you when you want to start, so what's the time frame that you've got for that. And I sometimes find when you put a long-term goal out, you tend to keep shifting the goalposts. So sometimes putting it into place in a 3-month period, and then doing as much as you can to work on that, and putting the emotion, writing the emotion into that. So literally shows you a picture of how you feel, how it makes them feel, what programs you're putting into place, what area of the concept is. It's not about the how it's going to work, it's really about what you want to do. And once you start doing that, then you've got all these other areas that come up as well. So when you're doing this particular thing with the people in your that you're mentoring, this is the emotions that they're feeling when they get the when they get the results that they want to get, and also how that then makes you feel, and what the room looks like, and the feeling and the energy around that room, and how that really does enhance what you want to be doing. And hi Kate, how are you? Thanks for joining us. And putting that all down as well, and then then start putting pictures in place of who these children, young adults look like, and who they represent, and putting that on a visual board, and creating some music around that really empowers you to keep going with these goals. And so a really big passion. Perfect. So bring them into that, and really being able to create those emotions that connect you to that big picture. And those things are really important. And I think the biggest thing here is do it for a 3-month time frame, what you want to have achieved in that 3 months. Now, like I said, in that 3-month period, if you don't happen to have all of it down, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about that. I think it's really important that people really do want to have insight into I think so often we're told to put a deadline on our goals, a due date on our goals. And often, that's when it literally flatlines, and, it becomes so hard, and, you don't really know what the big picture is in there, because you haven't got the how that far in advance. Things happen along the way where you have to maybe make a turn, or look into that a little bit more. And so it's a really good way of being able to create that, and then stepping up after that 3-month period to create a new time frame for having the next lot of steps put into place, and what you can do, what you need to do to encourage that to really come into reality. So if you've got a question around that, Elizabeth, I'm happy to do a question with the pendulum to get the yes, no. That would be amazing as well. So who else have we got here that's looking at goals and dreams that they have? Hi, Ginia, how are you? Help, what's up? What's your goals and dreams that you have, Ginia, that you need some help with? More than happy to assist you with that. So just write down what it is that you're looking for to achieve, and what you're putting into place. Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the show today. Good, thanks. Excellent. So, yeah, I mean, Elizabeth, if you want to question around that as to what that will bring for you in a yes or no answer, I'm more than happy to answer that for you as well. So, it seems like you really do have some great insight into where you're going with this, and I'm really pleased that you really are looking at all those options. And if you need any help with anything, just send me a message. I'm more than happy to answer anything for you. So but if you've got a specific question that you want to do, a question around whether or not that's the right business, or how you're going to go about doing that, or something like that, that would be great. Hi, Gayleen. Welcome. Hello. Thanks for joining us today. So, so if anybody else has got anything on their dreams and goals that they would like to look at, then, I'm more than happy to help you out on that as well. I just have to keep an eye on the time today too, because I'm doing it from a different device. So, hi Cheryl, welcome to the show. So, any questions around your goals and dreams that you want to look at? Do you have goals and dreams? And as I was saying, it seems like over this year really, I've really tweaked the way that I do my goals and dreams, and I am finding things are just coming into fruition at the moment. And by the way, up until Sunday, there is a black moon, which is still around us. So it's a perfect time to really go out and just open yourself up, and open up through your crown chakra to receive those opportunities that you're looking for. And, whether that's in a goal or a dream, or whether it's in some other area. So up until Sunday, you've got this black moon, which is the perfect time to really receive what is what you're meant to be doing, and really look at what's available for you. So bear that in mind as well, because I had a conversation with a lady this morning, and she was telling me that the black moon is still there. And as much as I tried to greet it a week or so ago, it's still around. So it is still a perfect opportunity to really grab that energy from the black moon to really bring in what it is that you want in life. So you don't have to be in business. It's just what you want personally, what dreams and goals you want personally, and how you can go about bringing those up. And like I said, these conversations that are opening up with people that I'm talking to are really opening up opportunities to be able to do some different things as well. So I invite you to really put in whether or not you've got your goals and dreams and what you're looking at. And I want to answer questions for you. I want to give you some value out of this, and to be able to do that through really delving into what you want out of life is a great way to get started and connect with that. So, come on in and ask the question. I really do invite you to come along and look at that. And, maybe you just want some balance and more balance, work-life balance in your life. If you're working full-time, you've got a young family, it's really important that you do get that work-life balance. And I've got the perfect 5-day challenge around that offer as well. So, that's a really good way to be able to do it. If you get a new job, well, what is it? What's your goal, Janelle? What are you looking to achieve? What is it that you want? And let's work on that. And, that will then bring us an answer around whether or not you get a new job. So first of all, what is it that you want to do? What's your dream job that you want? What are you doing at the moment? And what are you looking at being able to do that you're really passionate about? So that's what I want to talk about today, all your passion and your dreams. So, what is it particularly that you're looking to do? What's your area that really brings you that that feeling of purpose and like you really are doing what you're meant to do in life? And, that really helps us to get into those areas where we can see more about where you're headed. So just pop in the comments there what you're looking at doing, and then we can start drilling into that question a little bit more, and we can give you some answers around that. So has anybody else got anything that they're looking at the moment that they really want to develop more and look at ways of being able to do that? A lot of it comes from our intuition as well. Trust that intuition every single time. It will save you a lot of time and money and effort and, a lot of heartache in a lot of the time, because making wrong decisions can really set you back. And, if your intuition was telling you one thing and you went ahead and did something else anyway, then it really does stop you from being able to move forward. So, if you want to get a new job, Ginia, what is it that you're looking at doing? Let's have a look at that before we actually ask the question. Tune into what it is that really gives you the joy and the happiness and the peace around that type of work. And, like I said, there's many different areas. The energy that you're projecting is really all about what you're getting back. And it's really important to understand how you can work through that and how you can understand that and really raise that energy vibration to project more than what you're receiving at the moment. So let's have a look at those things as well and look at how you're able to increase that and really make a difference. So come on into the conversation. I really invite you to join us and really look at ways that, you can achieve what it is that you want in life. Hi Cherie, how are you? Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the show. And, we're looking at what it is that you really want to do in life and, what it is that creates that joy and passion and that emotional happiness that you feel really from within, and how you can tap into that and really create more for yourself. So come on into the conversation and, ask the question around, what is it that you want to do? What's your purpose? What's your gift? What's your special gift that you've been given that you can draw on and stop sabotaging those results that you're getting at the moment? Often there's so many things that we sabotage we don't even realize, and it's all because you don't trust your intuition, and the program just in your mind needs changing, because so many years of conditioning created this belief that this is what you were put here to do, and it's really not what your true purpose is. So what is it that you want to do, and what is it that you want to connect with, and how do you want to go about doing that? And there's so many different areas. I mean, Elizabeth was saying earlier that she wants to work in that area with young adults when they're leaving school, and that might have some additional needs that need to be recognized and um, processed through in a different system to be able to allow them to break through and really create the life that they dream of. Because everyone is entitled to a dream life. Everybody is entitled to a life of their own that they design, and you can only do that if you trust yourself implicitly with everything that you have, and with every being of your body, and with every absolute passion and emotion that's created within yourself to take you through to that. And there's so many steps that you can do that are really quite easy and simple that can really help you to move forward with that. But what are those self-sabotage things that keep coming up for you? What is that thought process that keeps interfering with where you're headed? What is that whole insight that you have that you really know that you want and that you so deserve, and it just keeps getting blocked? What's blocking it? Where do those limitations come from? And what are you? Is it a limitation around money? Is it a limitation around your success generally, what you're capable of doing, and what you know that you were born to do, as opposed to what you've been told over the years that you now believe as your limit, and that you're not able to move forward. So what is it that you want out of life, and where are you headed? And what is that goal that you really want to achieve, that we can help you to move through just with a few little simple techniques and processes that you can do. And that's what we're here for. That's what you were put here for, to share that special gift. Everybody has that special gift. Everybody is unique, and everybody deserves the right of being who they were born to be, and not having to live a life that somebody else has created for you. Create your own life, design your own life, and live that with with every inch of your being, every cell in your body that permeates through from the head to the toe, and really does rise up all those emotions that give you joy and happiness, because that's what you were put here for. So true, the blockages. Yeah, Cherie, look, there's so many blockages there that most people don't even know exist. And, they're there because we've been conditioned to believe that that's what our limit is. Well, you know what? There's so much more that you can do. There's so much more that you can create. And, you're unique in your own way, and somebody wants to hear about your gift that you've been given to share. And if you're not sharing that, then it seems like such a waste, because I know that there's somebody out there that you can help, and that you can help to move forward and do so much more with their life. So think about those things, because it's really important to understand that they are everything that you really desire in life. And you've been there, you've asked those questions, and there's somebody else who wants an answer to that too. Share that with them. Goals and dreams are such a big part of my life, because if I don't write them down, if I don't see them, if I don't have intention behind those goals and dreams, if I don't have what it is that, if I don't build on the relationships that I have with people, and connect with them on a deeper level, then you're not going to have these conversations with other people to join forces. And actually the power of people in numbers is so much greater than the power of one. So just believe in that and see what you can do. So welcome Rockhampton. Sam, welcome. I don't answer generic questions because I'm not a medium, and that's not what I do. So what I'm asking you is, what's your dream and goals that you really want to achieve? And then let's have a look at how you can go about creating those, and then we can answer some questions on a particular goal that you want to ask a question around in a certain area. So, you know, this is all about building the life that you design, being able to create more in your life, and because you deserve it, and really have setting up each day and setting up your goals and your desires with passion and purpose and intention so that you can really move forward. So it's really important to be able to move forward with those things. And anybody got any questions around what goals and desires that they're looking at, and how to improve on the way that they're creating that? Because that's really important to be able to. You're very welcome, Cherie. Thank you for interacting with us today and really giving some views there. So I really appreciate that. Hi Bridget, welcome to the show. So what is it that you want to achieve in life? What's that dream that really just gets the blood flowing and the heart pumping, and really gives you everything that mentally and physically and emotionally, that attachment that you want more than anything? And what are you doing to achieve that? So that's what we're looking at today. What is that soul purpose that you believe you've been put here to do? And let's work on whether or not that is your true purpose, or whether there's something deeper that really is hanging on to increase what that initial thought and process is. So, those things are really important to work with. And, we've only got about 15 minutes left. So it's really, really important to bring those up now so that we can get through this and really help you achieve everything that you want to achieve. So, I want to help you all, but I want to give you value. And I believe that my intention for this show is to help you create what it is that you want in life. Hi Julie, welcome to the show. I'm so I want you to create so much in your life that you are living the life that you've designed for yourself. And you can do that through setting the intentions and doing your meditations and asking the questions and doing all of that. But if you've got a cheat sheet, so to speak, on ways to actually really create that, tweak those techniques, then you're miles ahead of anybody else that's around you. So it's really really a good way to get those goals and dreams into place to create what it is that you want to create. So if you've got a goal, if you've got a dream, let me know. As I said, now's the time. We are just on 15 minutes now to go, and I want to be able to give you some value today and give you some depth in this show. And this is what this show's about, is providing the depth and the insights into what you can be in life and how to bring that forward. So it's sometimes when we're just talking about things and answering questions with our crystal pendulum, it's not adding value. All it's doing is giving you an answer, yes or no, and it's not really delving into what the real challenges are that you've had around those things, and how we can stop that from continuing on in future, relationships or in situations, in career, in whatever it is that you have. We want to build your life to be a better life, and we can only do that by going a little bit deeper into these questions and wanting to know what it is that you want to really achieve in life, and what it is that you want more than anything in your life. It's really important. And like I said, I work on my dreams and my goals every single day. There's not one day that goes by where I don't really tune into what I'm looking to achieve and my intention to achieve that throughout the day. And everything that I do, it gives me the insight into being able to create more joy and happiness in my life on a daily basis. And really, without that, what happens? Loving all the purple. Thank you. Hey Sarah, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Woo woo, nice to have you here. So, we're really, I want you to get value, and the only way that I can give you value is really by being able to tap into, what it is that you want to achieve and what the end results are. We want to give you some special treatment. We want to give you some depth. We want to give you some encouragement. But most of all, what I want to give you from this show every week is the techniques that you can continue on a daily basis in your own life, where you don't need me there to help you out. What I can do for you is, oh Kate, hi. What I can do for you is to really give you the messages with depth and with truth and with authenticity, so that you can create everything that you want to create. And that's, without having the depth, then these answers really don't mean a lot to you. So it's important to understand where that comes from and why I take that course with this show. So I can answer a million questions, and that can give you satisfaction for a second or a minute or a very brief period of time, and then it goes back to the same thing because you don't understand. You're not getting the understanding of why these things are occurring. So goal in business for myself: financial independence, serve others, feel fulfilled. Problem is finding the specific direction. Now that is a great question, Bridget. What that means is that you haven't drilled down into that journal period of setting that goal up. So, the business for yourself to provide you with financial independence. What does that financial independence really look like for you? And, what will that feel like emotionally? What will that look like visually? What can you see yourself doing through that financial independence? Serving others in what way? What is their, what's the connection with them that they will feel? What's the outcome that they're looking at achieving? What's your intention to be able to serve them? Feeling fulfilled. Well, what does fulfillment look like for you? Journaling, writing down all these emotions that you feel with this is the starting point for your journey in writing this goal and setting the intention, and the specific direction. What have you got going on there at the moment? Like, what area are you looking at, Bridget? Because that can really be helpful as well in being able to give you a little bit more information on a deeper level. So, I get all that. So once you journal all that information, and that's just literally writing down what comes to mind, what that feels like, how you feel emotionally once you've written that down. What the next step to that would be specifically, like I said, financial independence. Well, what does that look like and feel like for you? Hi, Anne-Marie. Welcome to the show. What does that financial independence look like? What does it feel like emotionally? What's the connection? What does it provide for you? What does it visually look like? And start getting some pictures that you can look at and bring into that visualization. And the connection with the emotions again. What does that do for the bigger part of your family? Like, what does that provide for them? What does that allow you to do? What does that bring into the whole situation of your life. All those sorts of things, it's really important. So, if they're the things that you're looking at, journaling is the first thing. The next thing is writing down the feelings and the emotions, and then looking at what your intention is for the outcome that you want to achieve from that business. And that includes how you're going to serve others, what it is that you want them to achieve, what perhaps are their outcomes of that, and start being that person. Who's your ideal client? Maybe that's the question that has to come into play here when you're looking at the specific direction. Who is your ideal client to go in, to work with? What do they want? What is everything about them? What do they look like? What are they emotionally connecting? Why are they emotionally connecting with you? And, what are their needs? What are the services that you're providing that's going to create that for them? And also, I think it's really important to know that, you have to then start being that person that you want to attract. Because that energy frequency that you're putting out there is attracting who you want to bring in, and that can only be done once you really start nutting in and drilling down into all these other areas. So really important to do that, but great questions to start that process off. If there's anything else that you want to look at further on a deeper level, absolutely, let's have a look at that. You can book an appointment through the Spiritual Events Directory, and I'm happy to spend some time with you to go through that and really nut that out on a more personal level. It is a lot easier on a one-to-one and a personal level, so that I can ask you the questions. We'll do that via Zoom, and we'll be able to really tap into that and work out exactly what it is that you're looking at, and I'll be able to give you some really good information to be able to start working on. So I'm glad. Excellent. You're very welcome, Bridget. I'm glad that you were able to feel that information that I'm putting across as being appropriate to what you're looking at. So they're all really great questions, and thank you for asking those. Hi, Annie. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. And, they're just starting points for you. So once you get into that, like I said, if you want to book an appointment, you can go through the Spiritual Events Directory, just the services page, and then book. And then the services will come up. So what do you want to book? Who you want to book with, and you just book an appointment. So click I think it's got like a little button that you can click on, and that will bring up who you want to have the appointment with. So I'm more than happy to help you out in those areas. And as I said, once you get on a one-on-one, it's far more personal, and we can really just talk to each other, so we can really get I can get an understanding of what emotions are going on with you, and tap into why those things maybe might not be working the way you want. Really get that specific direction, really nut that out and drill into that, so that you know exactly where you're headed. So that's great. Thanks for that, Bridget. Awesome. So we have 6 minutes left. If anybody's got any more questions around their goals and dreams, I'm happy to answer those for you. So, excuse me. So, as I said, we've got our masterclass that we run on a weekly basis, bring balance and work-life balance to your life. And whether that's in your business or your personal life, it doesn't matter. It's, welcome, Naomi. Welcome to the show. Oh, Julie, what a shame. Yeah, so I think you're in the US, is that correct? US, is it? So the time may not be quite right for you. But you can always go back to the beginning. We did have some technical issues, in fact, and I had to shut down and restart. So, if you definitely want to have a look at the start of this, you might see a couple of different areas where that's occurring. We had some echoing, then we couldn't hear, and then so I did have to come in on a different device to do that. So, but like I said, with anyone who's looking for more in their life, work-life balance, the perfect 5-day challenge, which is minimal time, you do it at your own pace. It's a great way to really tap into those areas that might be holding you back at the moment. Book an appointment through the Spiritual Events Directory where you're able to have a one-on-one with me, and we can really nut into that, those specific areas of your life that you want to improve in, and we can really look at what those emotions and feelings are that are going on with you. And I can pick them up a lot better because it's via Zoom. I can see you face to face, and we can really work at what's going on for you. So you're very welcome, Julie, not a problem at all. So those things are really important. And like I said, I want to provide you with depth and value on this show. And, I can answer any number of questions. And, I think I said a little while ago, about 10 or 15 minutes ago, you can walk away and you can have an answer that you want to hear. And then in 5 minutes or 5 hours or 5 days, that can all disappear because you're not resolving the root issue. You're not resolving the actual things that are causing the results that you're getting, and the cause and effect. There's a cause and there's an effect in everything, and it all comes down to your frequency of energy and how that relates to everything that you do. So it's really, really super important that, we go a little bit deeper and we get the depth and we get the understanding of why things happen in your life and how you can resolve those and move forward without having to bring those same old issues into new areas, new relationships or new jobs that you've had previously. So that's really, really important, and that's what I want to bring to this show. And I can only do that, bringing you value, by going a little bit deeper and asking those questions. And like I said, anybody can book an appointment through the Spiritual Events Directory. So if you just go to services and book now, and the services that are available will come up, you can book on that, and I'm more than happy to do an appointment with you. Or alternatively, you can book my Work-Life Balance 5-Day Challenge on my Unique Vibrations Facebook page. And, that can provide you with a lot of information over 5 days as well, and really does, come at your own pace, so there's no set times. But look, Julie, if you want to book an appointment with me, please go to the services on the Spiritual Events page, or the book now button. Just hit that, and that will bring up the services that are available, and then you can go through and book an appointment with me. I'm more than happy to help you out with that. And as I said, a one-on-one is so much clearer with the information, because I can really tap into more of you on a personal level, rather than, all I'm seeing is names here. I'm not actually seeing the quality of where you're up to and what you really are looking to find out. So, we can do that, and I'm more than happy to help you through that. So, absolutely, if that's what you would like to do, as I said, just hit the book now button on the Spiritual Events page. We are more than happy to do that. So, hi Kathy, how are you? Thank you. Please go back and watch the beginning of the show. We are wrapping up right now. If there's anything I can help you with, please feel free to book an appointment through the Spiritual Events Directory, and I'm more than happy to help you out. Send me a message. We can book a time. Once I've got some times. There are times on there that I'm available for these appointments. So, pop that through. Make sure you read the times that I'm available and book a time. And that's all in Australian Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, that's Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. So make sure that you are converting that time over to adjust according to my time frames. So I look forward to seeing you all next week at 12 o'clock on the Spiritual Events Directory, Awaken Your Inner Power. Until then, have a fantastic week. Bye for now.